Welcome to the Cronkite Sports Report. I'm Nick Hogan. KD was photographed sitting near the Diamondbacks dugout along with other Suns players sporting a Carroll jersey. Carroll's from Seattle, the same city KD started his NBA career before the Supersonics moved to Oklahoma City. The outfielder, who was just 6 years old when KD was drafted by Seattle, was excited to see one of the greatest NBA players of all time don his jersey. On Saturday, the Arizona Rattlers returned to the Footprint Center for the first time this season. And while the Rattlers only lost by 6, it's what happened in the final minute of the game that made it unique. Cronkite sports reporter Nicholas Petrisky was there.
The Arizona Rattlers were down 5 with a minute to go in their home opener against the Tucson Sugar Skulls. Head coach Kevin Guy tried to call a timeout, but it took a fan to notice time was still ticking.
And I hear a fan behind me say, "Coach, the clock's running." I look up, there's 30-something seconds left, went from 50-something down to 30-something, and then they try to tell me that they didn't hear me call a timeout.
A furious Guy argued with the officials, who eventually told the coach to leave the field. This marks the first time Kevin Guy has ever been ejected from an indoor football league game.
We had a chance to win the ball game. We know where we're at as a team. We're going through some growing pains, okay? Drew's hurt, Raina's getting his shot, okay? I got to learn what he can see and what he can't see.
The Rattlers took their second loss of the season, a disappointing finish in front of the home crowd at Footprint Center. But just 3 games into the year, players are confident they can make the necessary adjustments.
I got to communicate better. I got to figure out what works for certain guys, what doesn't work for certain guys. And we got to get on the same page, man, and make these the offenses that we play, man, we got to make them earn it for 4 quarters and not give them nothing.
In Phoenix, Nicholas Petrisky, Cronkite Sports.
Former Arizona Cardinals head coach Kliff Kingsbury is headed to USC to join head coach Lincoln Riley on his staff as a senior offensive analyst. After departing from the Cards in January following a dismal 4-13 season, Kingsbury is getting back to the game of football. Kingsbury is returning to his college roots with the role at USC. He formerly coached Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes when he was at Texas Tech. Kingsbury and Lincoln Riley were college teammates, and both were quarterbacks at Texas Tech. Riley was a backup to Kingsbury. This new role comes as Kingsbury was fired following 4 seasons with the Cardinals. The NHL's Seattle Kraken paid a visit to Mole Arena last night to face off against the Coyotes. In a unique situation where the NHL plays in an NCAA building, Matt Venezia shares what the night meant for ASU alum Joey Daccord.
Joey Daccord is the starting goaltender for the Coachella Valley Firebirds, the Seattle Kraken's American Hockey League affiliate. An injury to the Kraken's backup goalie meant that the former Sun Devil would be called up to the big show in time for the Kraken's visit to Tempe to see the Coyotes.
Getting on the ice for warm-ups tonight, just looking around, taking it all in, it was definitely emotional for me. Like I said, just feeling like I was such a big part of this, and being part of that group that, really felt like we were, as Coach Powers says, we were the tradition. Be the tradition is pretty cool to lead the way with that.
When Joey Daccord graduated from Arizona State University in 2019 with a business degree, he said goodbye to his college hockey days in a building called Oceanside Ice Arena, a rink that's about to close its doors for the first time in 49 years. As I'm sure you can imagine, Daccord's reactions coming back to campus here in Tempe with the Seattle Kraken playing in a building called Mullet Arena were certainly priceless, and his former head coach at the collegiate level would agree.
He was shocked. He toured it before it was done, and he couldn't believe when I walked him through it, and I showed him everything and the facilities and really where our players train and skate and lift and live every day. He was blown away by it, and he's really thrilled how it turned out.
Despite some chatter, Daccord did not start in the crease in his alma mater's new home. He has shown, however, that he is ready for the opportunity. A 60-game winner in the minors with a 2.5 goals against average over the course of his career shows that it's only a matter of time before this Sun Devil is a household name in the NHL.
He's at the stage of development where he's pushing the envelope to become a full-time National Hockey League goaltender. And every time that he comes here, I believe our guys have the confidence in him that he can go into the net and play well for us and win a game.
Because of the Kraken's playoff positioning, Dave Haxtell said the plan wasn't even to get Joey Daccord into this game. However, an opportunity presented itself with a minute left in the game. Seattle up 4-1. The former Sun Devil stepped into the crease, and in a house divided of Seattle and Coyotes fans in this building, Sun Devil Nation in the Valley united to cheer on the former ASU netminder as he stepped into the crease inside the house that he helped build in a full circle moment. In Tempe, Matt Venezia, Cronkite News.
Daccord is the only ASU player to play in an NHL game this season and only ASU alum to play in an NHL game at Mold Arena. And that's it for today's Cronkite Sports Report. Back to Maria and Connor.